angiyithandi lelo. I won't lie, that plug, I have to do something. But yeah, hi guys, welcome. Trying to dress up. Who dresses up while they're alive? Okay guys, I'm not dressing up, I'm trying to fix myself. So welcome. I hope you're all good. I hope you're all well. And if you are new here, I'm Tisha Oliphant, born and bred in South Africa. And welcome. Just sit around, take a moment, give me a chance before you decide whether it's a yes or nay, because we ought to decide whether it's a yes or nay. And then you can certainly decide, Uguchi, are you staying or are you going? I'm looking at this fan and I'm thinking it might just give me 2 seconds, guys. I want it to face that way. I don't want it to face me directly, because it might end in tears. But if you've been on this channel, thank you guys for bearing with me while I was sorting out the fan, but now it's no longer fanning. The fan is not fanning. If you've been here for a while, thank you for staying here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Thank you for watching the ads. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. I'll have to do this, or else I know myself, I'll be so irritated the whole time. And if this affects you, sorry guys, you shall be strong. So as promised, I said we will have our financial bootcamp, or finance bootcamp, for the next 6 weeks. And we had a poll, we had people voting. Guys, please 1 second. I ask you guys to vote which day suits you better. And yes, I got the results, and I must say I was expecting Sunday, but I'm happy that most people said Saturday. You know, I've got a child of mine who said, "But I hope you'll have them on a Saturday." So just hold on, guys. That plug disturbs me seriously, and I rather have my sun heads showing than the plug. So yeah, here we are, and we are busy with a financial bootcamp. And I want to say, guys, please come prepared. You know, often I hear people say, my dream job is this and that, but they don't even leave their dream job before they even get their dream job. You know, we talk about law of attraction. So I would urge you and ask you to bring your notebook. I've got my notebook here. Got something here with all the notes that I've prepared for this particular bootcamp. And this is my Emirates sticker. Let's get rid of it. And I expect you, and this Emirates sticker, exactly what I'm talking about. Just want to hide my personal information. This Emirates sticker can stay on this notebook to attract more international flights, you know, because law of attraction, guys. So if you are really serious about this bootcamp, please bring a notebook, take notes. It's not a matter of just sitting and listening to me. I expect you to, at the end of each bootcamp, to go back and check your personal finance situation and apply what we would have learned. And I hope that's how we're gonna be operating with this particular bootcamp. So welcome guys. And I'm thinking I just wanted to quickly give you the feedback, and I'm sure you've seen the feedback. So we had that voting poll opened, and yeah, Sunday had 22% and Saturday had 43%. So we'll have these boot camps for 6 weeks on Saturdays afternoon, and this one is the first one. So you are all welcome. Please share, please like, guys. As you come in, I see 5 people but 2 likes. Please do like, even if you don't know me, even if you're not sure whether you feel me, just like. Liking is for free. Liking shows that you truly appreciate the person who's sitting in front of bukelwa Jack in front of the camera. Hi Sisi, awusemhle. Ngiyabonga sana, ngiyabonga. So guys, let's kick start. I must say these sessions are very important, more especially if you know ukuthi financially you can do with some help, or you can take a note or two. I'm not expecting everyone to come in and say, oh, we had no idea of all what was mentioned by Uma during a financial bootcamp, but I'm quite positive there'll be something that could at least change your life, could at least propel you to look at your financial life differently. And it would be sad if you really miss these financial bootcamps and you know what your financial situation is not where it's supposed to be. I wouldn't miss anything where I know for sure I require improvement, no matter what. More especially if someone is willing to sit and give their time and give back for 6 weeks, I would really appreciate it, because chances are you'll have to pay for this information, and paying is with your time, maybe searching YouTube channels that offers the info, asking people, paying for sessions, going for AMA conferences, and to gain some of the information. I'm not saying I'm bringing the whole blueprint, but I'll share as much as I can. The finance world is massive, so there's no ways that in 6 weeks, an hour a week, we would be able to cover everything. But I will just talk on topics that are crucial, topics that can move you from point A to point B at least, and improve your financial situation. And thank you for liking, guys. So I this first session, financial bootcamp or finance bootcamp session 1, is to lay a foundation. You cannot possibly just start off by just driving the car. You ought to check that there's I'm trying to think what they call it, but you check the tires, you know, you check that everything is fine. Do you have a spare wheel and all that? So this session is about that, just laying the foundation, preparing the soil. If you are into agriculture, you'll know exactly what I mean. So someone who's just joined me and they were expecting a travel video or live video for to be specific, might be wondering, what is going on. Please remember, guys, more especially people who are new, this channel is about my career life, but you can take pointers and apply it in your career life. So it's my corporate journey, because my career life was solely based in corporate. I've never worked for any other industry except for a corporate. And I always believed once I've worked hard and I've earned my income, I ought to look after my income. Hence, there's a leg of the finance side of things, which we'll be focusing on for the next 6 weeks, because we've been talking travel, this, travel, that. Let's do the financial side of things. And that doesn't mean when you see a travel video that gives you tips and tricks, you just skip it. Still watch it, but we will be focusing on the finance side of everything. And also, when I come through and I talk about it is career, it is travel, it is finance. So I always believed once I've worked, I ought to look after my hard-earned money so that I can travel, because for me, traveling is life. And in most cases, of course, I've got other goals, I've got other dreams, but traveling is always part of my vision board. You'll never not find it traveling my whole life, basically, since I've worked. So hence the travel leg. Yours could be different. Yours could be playing soccer abroad. Yours could be sewing. Yours could be designing, houses, or drawing houses. Make sure which while you are working, you invest, you save, or you take care of the financial side, so that you can make sure that you realize your goals. So it's those three aspects. The main one is you work, save, invest, and then make sure your goals come true. So for those who aren't sure what's going on, we're gonna have this financial boot camp. And why financial boot camp? It's because it's Lent for me. I'm Catholic, and it is my way of alms giving. So I'll be giving back for 6 weeks. There's a lot that I can do. There's a lot that I've done over the years to give back during Lent. When I'm fasting, I try and sacrifice so much, whether be it financial or my time, and at the end I normally then give to whoever is appointed by the Holy Spirit, my Holy Spirit. So in this case, I'll be giving my time to run these financial boot camps. So this is the big why. Why are we having these? And what are these boot camps gonna be all about? These boot camps, they will serve anyone who's keen to learn, who's keen to pick up good habits, who's just keen because money matters. It is about matters of the money, matters of cash, matters of mula, matters of ikinobo, matters of dollar. So if you are keen to learn, if you are eager to learn, if you say, I'm sure if I sit and listen to her, there'll be one thing I can change and or learn and apply into my personal life, these boot camps will be merely for that. And they will also help you on at least managing your money matters. We will have most probably a lot of people who says financially, I'm stable, I know my ish, I'm financial literate and I don't have an issue. Stay put. You might also teach us, because there's a comment section where we'll be exchanging comments. So yeah, when I speak about something and you have something to add, you drop it on the comment section. It might benefit one of us, including myself. Like I said, I don't come with all the knowledge, knowing everything, but I bring what I've learned over the years. And yeah, who can join? Anyone who's interested in learning or broadening their knowledge regarding money matters. So I'll be sharing my personal experience about money, experiences about money, what I've seen, what I've learned over the years. I'll be using certain books which I'll share with you. The books, some of the books, not all of them, I've read quite a few books. So some of the books that will be our framework, or guideline rather, to take us to where we are heading during these next 6 weeks. So anyone is welcome. And guys, I urge you to please invite your family members, invite your brothers, your sisters, your moms. Don't say your mom is old. Money has no age, like it doesn't even check where you work. Money is money. Whether you get it as a cleaner, you get paid as a cleaner, or you get paid as a professor, money is money. And when you get to go and spend it, no one asks you how you earned it. Obviously, you'll be asked if we're talking the anti-money laundering laws, if now they start seeing unusual activities on your account, or in your account rather. But other than that, you can earn your money whichever way that puts you at ease and makes you sleep at night, and it doesn't matter. No one will ever ask you. So everyone, so call the aunties, summon the grannies, summon the kids, summon the uncles, the whole village, the whole country, the whole world. Let's sit and learn from one another about these matters of the money, matters of cash, matters of moolah. So when are we having these? Like I said, you guys ask to have them on Saturdays. Let's have them on Saturdays. I'm keen, I'm okay. It will be in the afternoon. I can't say 3, 2, 4 when I'm available. When I'm done with my errands, I'll come in. If you miss the video, please replay. Please watch it at your own leisure when you are free and mentally you are okay to sit down and watch it. So it's not a matter of, oh, I would love to catch you my live, but obviously if you are here live, we can share, we can exchange notes, we can ask questions when needed, and see how far we can go. And how long? Like I said, 6 weeks, every Saturday afternoon, starting today. This is session 1. Hence, I'm giving you the intro, background, what the expectations. We don't just jump into things. You ought to lay the ground and the foundation. So it will be weekly sessions, once a week, every Saturday for 6 weeks, afternoon. And I will personally host them, so I won't invite anyone, I won't interview anybody, but it will be me sharing the hosting the financial bootcamp from, like I said, guided by certain books, guided by what I've seen through my experience. I've worked for a financial institution for 15 years, and for like 5 years I was a frontline, so what you will call a sales consultant, or someone who relationship personnel those years. So yeah, I learned a lot, so I'll be sharing what my observations were, what my takes were, and how I managed to get where I'm at financially. And expectations, guys, expectations from my side. Sadly, if you've got any expectations, this is the time to actually drop them. Uratile, welcome Uratile. Akhanyiso, hi Bonisile Mthembu. Hi sweetheart. I will share my expectations. If you've got any expectations from this financial bootcamp for the next 6 weeks, to say, Ma, this is what I expect. I'm not saying I'll meet your expectations, because I doubt you'll meet my expectations too. Please do share, put them on the comment sections. I'll read them and see if I can come through for you. Guys, I ask you to please like, and yeah, please guys, and please engage, please comment if you need to, not for the sake of commenting. If there's no question, you don't need to create any question, but if you do have any expectations, cheers to the, okay, let's leave the weekend alone. This is my water to keep me hydrated. I hope you brought your water, you brought your notebook and a pen, and just take yourself serious. Some of you, one day if I can take notes in some big board meetings, I'll know my dream has come true. But you can't even take notes. Hi man, guys, live your dream before it even, live it as though you are taking notes for these big, companies board meetings. So not even writing. It is time to attract what you always wanna be. And guys, if you don't write things, chances are good luck if they come true. If you think I'll hold them here, I'm brilliant, sorry on you. So that's I'm full a laptop, I just wanna write boardroom meetings. I'll know I've arrived. Where's your notebook as I speak? No. So let's start at home. Charity begins at home. I don't even think that suit fits there, but anyway. And guys, my expectations from you during these financial boot camps is that come as you are. That's the first one. Come as you are. Whether you're a 13-year-old, and I hope I'll have 13-year-old, you are a 6-year-old, I hope I'll have 6-year-olds. Although some of the information might just go like this for 6-year-old. Whether you're a teenager, you're a young adult in your 20s, you're still at varsity, you just started working, you are in your midlife crisis, you are a go-go senior citizen, come as you are. And come as you are also refers to the fact that you don't need to be a financial guru to be part of this boot camp. I need everyone from all walks of life financially. So you can come and say, Ma, I'm drowning in debt. I have no idea where to start. These sessions will definitely be for you. You can come and say, I've got 20 properties that I've invested in, whether they buy to let or commercial properties or storage properties, because guys, there's different strategies. Or you the ones that accommodate our children, student accommodation. Come as you are. You know the song was, come as you are, your Lord is waiting. Come. In this case, I am waiting. So do come as you are, and you learn a thing or two, I hope. And then, guys, discipline and commitment. So don't attend 2 sessions. And I know, guys, a lot of people yeah, I don't know, tend to start things, leave them halfway. How are you ever gonna grow if you only had the first part of a finance bootcamp and you left, or you didn't attend the meat part, the crux of the bootcamp? You'll be in the same situation. So if you've been struggling for the past 10 years, you're earning an income, or you're earning royalties, or you're earning interest, whatever, however you're earning your money, or it's alimony, you were married abroad and they're paying maintenance to you, but somehow your money is not serving you, this is for you. And please attend, and please be disciplined, please be committed. Be disciplined when we share pointers on, guys, let's have no spending. Maybe we'll have, I'm not saying I'll always have tasks, this is not about that. I do that when I have my mentoring sessions. But if we agree that it will be a no spending weekend, or we are fruiting up to save money and save ourselves, because the biggest asset here is us. Before we talk money, we are the biggest assets. Before we talk properties and shares and bonds and cash, we are the biggest assets. So if we decide we are fruiting up, we're drinking water, we're eating fruits, please be disciplined, guys. Even if you can't do it for a prolonged period, just wake up for breakfast and have that, and be committed to these sessions. Commitment means also engaging. I'll try and also check you out. You are my favorite. My mint. A mint now has its own taste. I wanna Divinar, you are my favorite too. Love. Kodwa nisenza nonsi naye online, so bugabani. Bonsile, you choose what's important right now, and then you can always watch the other one later on, because there's no ways. Unonsi has so many platforms. I can't also check on her. I also have my own life. When I'm free, I cannot say, hi, since my baby's live, let me wait. No, sis, because after this, I need to take care of other sections. So if she's got a topic that touches you and is important for you to listen to right now, stay with her. But if you feel good on my side, this is what you need, you can stay with me, and once we are done, you can go and watch it later, because I promise there's no ways that we want we can avoid it. She's got her own life, I've got my own life, and I can't wait. When she's done, she goes on TikTok. When she's done, she goes on Facebook. I look at my own schedule and run with it. Obviously, if I'm free, then I can always say, no, it's fine. So sorry, babes, to put you through that. Thank you, Mata. Mama wethu ngiyakuthanda Mamtungwa. Thank you, Mamtung. And Bonsile, you must remember, this channel is not only cooking with Nonsi people. I'm praying that it also attracts people from all over the world, So I can't hold certain people back because my child is live. So there'll always be this situation in real lives where you have to be at school, you have to attend a meeting, you now need to go to a friend who needs you. Matters of priority. What is urgent right now? I can maybe go to school later on. I can maybe check the notes or meeting minutes, minutes, and see what was said at school. Because Sissy, no one can wait for nobody unless we are together. Then our planning will never clash. But we're in different worlds and we've got different lives. After these, I ought to run for other commitments. So okay, guys. Commitment and discipline. I beg, I ask, those are my expectations. And share with others. I think we've covered that. Don't be selfish, guys. Share with your kids. If you've got teenagers, go grab them. I hope you know where they are. I hope they are next to you and listening, because the younger they are, the better. You know, these financial habits are picked up much quicker when someone is still young. People can grow their wealth at an exponential rate than someone who's already my age, because the clock is already ticking. It's been ticking. So the younger, the better. So call your nieces, like I said, summon the whole village to come and listen to these boot camps. And yeah, invite your kids, nieces, neighbors, people from the church. The list is just endless. Okay, this is so funny. I had something written for something else, so I've paged to the wrong section, and I'm like, Haibo, what are these notes? And guys, please be hungry for knowledge. Don't just come and waste your time. If this doesn't serve you, go somewhere else. You know, there are plenty of YouTubers who might share something that speaks to your soul. I always believe, don't waste your data, don't waste time. Is precious. Only stay if you are hungry for this, you are eager to learn from these boot camps. And another expectation from you guys is to be the willingness to change. You know, if you've got bad spending habits, be willing to change. Change is not overnight, but say to yourself, okay, let me do this. You know, like we spoke about challenging yourself for a month and see what good it will bring me. You know, let me try this discipline for the next 2 months and see how it changes my financial standing. And guys, I request for full participation. Full participation. Don't sit there with your question. If you've got something to ask, drop it in the comment section. And if I happen to see it, if I'm glued to a topic, chances I might miss it, because I also don't want to miss my train of lose my train of thought. But if I'm here and I'm like, now I can see clearly about Martha looking beautiful, you looking beautiful, Martha, as well, chances are I'll read it and I'll provide my experience, my views, my recommendation. It doesn't mean the whole world will, it means the whole world is black or the whole world is white. No, I will provide my recommendations. And yeah, like I said, full participation, application, guys. Knowledge without application is as good as useless. If you're gonna sit here and hear me talking about budgeting, spending, living below your means, but you don't stand up and say, in my personal financial world, how can I apply what Tisha Oliphant has said during a boot camp? Guys, you are wasting your own time. You know, sadly, you would be wasting your own time. So go try it out. Go test it. Only if it serves you, only if it speaks to your soul, only if it's something you've always wanted to do but you didn't know where to start. And we spoke engagement and full participation, one and the same thing. I don't know why I separated it. And we'll have feedback sessions at the end of each boot camp, where I'll open up the floor. Maybe you can hold on to your questions if you want to. Then I'll say, guys, any feedback, any questions, like what did you learn last week? What did you apply? Have you done any changes? So guys, this is full participation, and I hope there'll be people who'll attend all 6 boot camps, and be moving with us. No one will be left behind. Uti Numat, I got new job, so there is a little bit of an increase. Here we go. I love this, so I need this year. I want to save for my future, as well as saving for my Bangkok trip in October. So thank you for this pleasure, Martha, and you will see it will enlighten you. It might not be personalized, but definitely it will give you direction and pointers on exactly what you need to do. And congratulations on your new job. And I love what you've said, the very crucial point that beats a lot of people, that kills a lot of people financially. When you get a new job, who says you must up your lifestyle? Keep it the way it is, Martha, and channel that money into your investments. Channel that money into your savings, like I said, and we'll speak about the difference between the two for those who don't know. But for those who know, you can add and share your personal savings, your personal investments. I'm not saying you come and tell me, but I've got 10,000, unless you are free to do that, but be very careful. It's a public platform, so you want to protect yourself while you at it. So Martha, I urge you and beg with you to live way beyond your means. The fact that you've got increases, thank God for it, and live your life as though you had a parallel move over. Your salary is still the same. You'll thank me later, and it will be interesting to know how old you are, but maybe let's leave that, because I could even share some more. So at the end of week 6, I would like to, what you'll be taking home, improved financial standing. These are still my expectations, Guti. End of week 6, and if you have any, guys, please write what you expect to gain, what you expect to learn from the bootcamp. End of week 6, I expect you to say, you know what, ma, thank you. I went to Edgar's, I told them I cannot afford 1,000. This is what I'll give them, and I've cut that card, because honestly, it was a drawback. It was a hurdle towards my dreams. Like, my child is planning to go to Bangkok, Umatha, things like that. Ma, in terms of my debt, I've decided I'll focus on this one, and so far so good. When we started your boot camp, I was owing 5,000, and by paying a little bit extra, now it has reduced to so much. So I personally expect there'll be some improvement in your financial situation. I expect that you will learn something from these 6 weeks bootcamp, financial bootcamp, and there'll be things that you will unlearn. Things that you gotten used to because you saw people doing them and you thought they were cool. We're here to learn and unlearn. Very important. It is, every time, guys, we learn and unlearn. And more especially bad habits, you will unlearn bad habits and you'll adopt good habits. And there'll be, what, guys, and you'll be willing to change as well. You are saying, I'm here, can I at least change something that is standing between me and my freedom? And you come here knowing what wealth actually means to you, being wealthy. And I'm gonna ask that question, what is being wealthy means to you? If you say, ma, now I'm wealthy, what would it mean to you? Uzobuthini? How would you explain it to me? You know, go say, oh, you are wealthy, my child. How? Because it is different for all of us. To be wealthy is different for all of us. So we will share that as well. And I would like to ask you, even if maybe it doesn't happen that you remember everything that we're going to learn in the next 6 weeks, but please have that one thing that you'll take with you throughout your lifetime. I hope there'll be one thing. If it's debt, guys, sorry, I'm boiling. I can't. If it's managing your debt and you mastering how to manage your debt, or there's a point that I shared that you never thought this is how you could manage your debt in that form, I urge you to please, pretty please, have that one point that you can take and live with it forever and say, you know what, from the financial bootcamp channel, my corporate journey, I learned this, and I will share it with my kids. I'll share it with my grandchildren, because obviously I've already applied it in my own life. So that's that. And some topics I also want to share. This is laying the foundation on the expectations. And thanks, guys, for liking. I see the likes and I truly appreciate. And if you've just joined or you're gonna join later, please do like the video, more especially those who are gonna join later. Liking says a lot. Liking is a form of supporting, and saying we appreciate you sitting here and sharing what you share. So some of the topics that we're going to cover for the next 6 weeks during our bootcamp is debt management. Like, what is debt? Tips on how to manage debt. Because, guys, we can't even begin to talk about investing and savings if you are really drowning in debt. If you are really, really drowning, sleepless nights, endless phone calls, your call is ringing off hook to a point where you no longer look at it. Emails that are coming in, because remember, these days they no longer send letters. I guess times have changed. Maybe they send you even WhatsApp to remind you about debts, or they're saving you summons, those who are really, really drowning. This doesn't apply to everyone, but we're gonna touch on that, on what to do, how to try and manage your debt, some tips. And guys, I was supposed to say this at the beginning of the video, but I'll put it under description. Disclaimer: I am not a financial advisor. I am not, guys, a financial advisor. I'm not certified. I don't have a license. If you need someone who's a financial advisor, financial planner, you are welcome to do so. I am Teacher Oliphant, a mother to many, a sister to many, who's just sitting in front of this, this camera or phone and sharing this financial bootcamp from personal experience and my own financial management side and the books that I've read. So I don't want you guys to take everything and say it's not advice. Definitely not. It's tips, it's views, it's personal experience, it's recommendations, and not advice. And you won't hear me using the word advice, because there's a huge difference. You write board exams, you do RE exams. There's a lot that goes. You job shadow someone for a year to become a financial. They are qualified and they've got degrees. I'm not there. So we'll talk debt management from my point of view, not financial advisor's point of view. We'll talk about budgeting, very important. And I know people are like, there we go again. But if you don't know where you are, can you even get to where you are heading to? Umata knows where she is. She's got an income. She's been getting an income. Now she's got a new job, and she knows she got an extra money. So she knows exactly she's got extra funds coming in the form of income. And she says she's heading to fulfilling her dreams by going to Bangkok. And I'm sure she has other dreams as well. Therefore, she's planning to invest and save the increase that she received in her new job. That is part of budgeting, because if you don't budget, guys, I don't know whether it's important to do it traditionally, where you count every cent and you know what goes where. Honestly, if you take yourself serious. And there's apps now that assist as well. We'll talk about that. But I'm just saying, if you say, Mark, don't tell me about budgeting, I just want to know about investing and savings. How will you even invest and save if you don't even know how much you get, how much you're spending, and spending on what, and what's killing you, what's taking a lot from you, and adjusting and cutting back, and then being able to have the surplus to save, invest, for whether be it holidays, be it going out, be it buying a car, be it starting a business, be it, so you really we need to talk about budgeting. As we'll talk about saving and investing, and we'll talk about the differences between the two. I know people use savings and investing interchangeably, but there's a huge difference between the two terms, and if you didn't know, you'll soon understand. And we'll talk about assets and liabilities as well, the difference between assets and liabilities. And I don't want us to spend time debating with, no, that's not an asset, no, just to get an idea what is regarded as an asset, what is regarded as a liability. And when we talk about that, I would like to know what your net worth is at the time. So I urge you to start looking into your assets, adding all of them up, looking into your liabilities, adding all of them up when we talk about that topic, because how will you do the adding up if you don't know what the asset and the liability is? But if you are a smart student by now, if you didn't know, you are busy Googling and checking what's the difference, and then you add your assets, you add your liabilities, and you take your assets, you subtract your liability. The figure that you get is your net worth. I would love you to share what your net worth is. But please, maybe let's not share, because the next thing you'll say, but what is your net worth? And I might just be bugged to share my net worth, because I don't want to sit here and come across as someone who's bragging or showing off. I'm just inspiring. Maybe we won't say, guys, let's share our net worth, because then it really it will leave me vulnerable, and then I'll have no choice but to share, and I wouldn't want to lie about anything. And we'll also talk about, once you've acquired those assets, which you'll understand then with what exactly are assets, because people are buying, people are consumers. They buy, they consume things, they buy stuff, and they don't buy assets. So we'll talk about that. Once we know what assets are, and you've acquired assets, you've got assets under your name, we will talk about how you protect them. You can see Gucci Manje says we're taking it a step further, because we can't just end up playing with puppies. We ought to become ama bulldogs. We can't just be birds. Eventually we must fly with eagles. So we'll start off by understanding the basics, and then saying, okay, if you are on this level now, how you do things. And chances are there's people who've acquired assets amongst you guys who would also gain when we talk about the importance of protecting your assets, because you ought to protect them. And I want us to talk about estate planning as well, which I didn't include here, which is very important, because what's the point of acquiring assets? Working as day and night and buying assets, not stuff, not dresses and earrings. These are stuff, man, guys. And then buying assets. And there's nothing wrong with buying a dress, because you can't walk out. But when it's dresses laying around, you can't even remember. Every time you say, oh, Nalena as well, then you need to start questioning yourself, more especially if you only have dresses and not assets. If you're balancing the equation, be my guest, I love you even more. So estate planning should be part of this, but it will be high level. Estate planning as well, guys, is broad. Estate planning needs those financial advisors, and it needs to be personalized. So remember, these topics will be high level, these topics will be broad, but if you need personalized information, you have to look for a certified financial advisor with a license, and not fly by night who will steal from you. And then we'll talk about retirement planning. And guys, when we talk about retirement planning and you're in your 20s, or you're a teenager, or you're in your 30s, don't run away. Hey guys, I can still recall my 21st. One of my friends, Unel, he was nicely intoxicated to the tea. Yeah? But now look where I am. I'm retiring very soon. Of course, we had a ball and we puzzed, but she took it to the next level. I guess she was too excited. So I'm trying to say I can remember it as though it happened yesterday. We were at Rosebank when I celebrated my 21st, and I was already working. So I throw my own 21st birthday in a restaurant. I've always played big. Hey guys, when I talk about law of attraction, play big. And I invited my friends, and I'm trying to think of the name of the restaurant, guys. It's no longer at Rosebank. You know, times have evolved. I work in Rosebank because my first job was in Rosebank, guys. I was very young. I was still a teenager. And I look at Rosebank and I'm like, you know, here they used to have this, and now it's no longer there. And I invited my friends. Hi, hey, and Abulawayin, what killed Uneli? That red bottle. How can I forget? Not about Johnny Walker. What was that one? Jack Daniels. Yeah, I think it was. I'm shy. Yeah, I'm shy. And you would saw it was her 21st. She was more excited than me. And yeah, when we talk, I've got education here, but education will fall under savings and investment. The way it's under education, why do I have it separately? So those are the topics that we're going to cover. But guys, if you have something else, I spoke about expectations. If you're expecting more than what I've mentioned, debt management, budgeting, savings and investing, protection of assets, assets and liabilities. Let me separate it. And maybe that will be our start. Then it will lay a nice foundation. Estate planning, retirement, and also retirement planning. I think we would have covered high level stuff. So unfortunately, if you're planning to buy a car this year and you were expecting Ma to share how to buy a car, how to buy a house, guys, you will have to do it on a personalized basis. And what I didn't include here is what the bootcamp will not cover is personalized financial tips or tricks or experiences. But guys, we are all adults, we are all brilliant. Even if I have teenagers here, like I said, please invite your kids. They'll be able to just take what I'll be sharing and apply it in their own space. So you can personalize the information. The information will not always come wrapped with your name. You take it, you personalize it. That's how I've lived my life. If someone makes an example or shares their story, if it resonates with my soul, I take it, personalize it, and see how it can serve me, how it can benefit me, how it can better my life, how it can move me to the next level. Level up, level up. So we are leveling up during this financial bootcamp 2024, and we've started, and I hope you are ready. I hope you've got your seat belts on. I hope you've printed, or you've downloaded, rather. We save the planet, so maybe don't print, but I still print. Sorry, not everything, but if it's my bank statements, I ought to print and use your highlighter. Go do that, guys. Go check what's killing you the most, where most of your money is going. but maybe you'll wait for me to give that task. You don't want to jump the gun, but if you can start preparing your documents, it will be great. And we spoke about clear score, we spoke about Experian. Maybe guys just go and okay, I'll also do it on my side. And check the community tab, please guys. I'll post certain things just to keep excuse me, to keep the bootcamp going, because remember it's once a week. We don't want the fire to die, so I'll be ngizoqhubeka nje umlilo ngiwulayite by saying, have you checked this, have you done this? If I have, isikhathi, please one time, please. One time, please. What's please one time, Paul? I don't think I'm getting you. Hi, mommy. Hope I'm not late. You are patience, Shem babes. But I hope you've picked up. But this is to lay the foundation. Why the boot camp? How long it's gonna be? What we'll be discussing? What are my expectations from you? Do you have expectations for the next 6 weeks? And yeah, just that. Thank you, Mom. So educational. Okay, sweetie pie. Thank you, sweetie. We haven't even started. Naomi's laughing, and I know most probably at my story at 21st. Yeah, so guys, so don't disappear when we talk retirement planning. You plan for your retirement the minute you score your first job. The minute you get your first job, even if you are still a teenager, you ought to start investing for your retirement. And the earlier, the sooner you do it, the better. Because we're going to talk about the power of compound interest. What's the difference when I'm going to invest now? We old age, you know, I'm a fossil already. That's what we normally say. Ma, you're so old, you are a fossil. I'm a fossil. And yet, someone who's still younger, like Abongon, even I always tell her, hi, when now you've missed your mark. She's still studying. She hasn't worked. But she gets allowance. She should be investing for her retirement. Or she should have been investing for her retirement already. You'll see the huge difference. The sooner you start, the better. So don't run away and think, oh, I'm 35, very far from retirement. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. Is it Sizi? Am I saying it right? Okay, I think Usizi 12, lol, I'm a child. That's good. I need you here. Are you 12? Do you get an allowance? You need to stay here. The younger the better. How old are you, Gushu Little Mafia? I'm old enough to sit in front of you and share this information, Mafia. So I am old enough. Peter Tafo, welcome guys. I see the hi. So I don't see any expectations. I guess you guys are cool, and maybe you happy that I'll be covering. Guys, I'm trying to avoid the mint. Why does the mint come rushing to my mouth and not the watermelon? This is so naring. Umantunga uthi sobe sikhona mam ave usicathulisa. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Please, Mantunga, stay put. And if you happen to miss any live, I hope you won't. You know, you can always watch it later, but just take yourself serious for once, you know. And it's like I said to Gubonsile, it's a matter of prioritizing. There's so much on this earth. Right now, where is my focus at? And stick to that. And if financially you are on the right track, you don't need any help, you definitely wouldn't sit here and deprive yourself other content if there's someone who's sharing a content that is so important with you. But it's important to what's crucial, what will really change our lives. And I always say there's a place for everything, you know. But if you are always laughing but then there's a problem. If you are always on the road but you haven't cleaned, you haven't cooked, but you're just saying, "I right now I'm enjoying life," then you ought to find a balance. What's crucial right now, and start with that. And maybe you can always go on the streets and spend time with friends, knowingly Gucci, you've cooked for your kids, especially when you talk people who have children. You've laid the foundation, you've built a wealth. And that's why, guys, I always encourage people to wake up very early, and when you wake up very early, you have so much time to get a lot done. So you can have enough time to watch this live. You have time to go and watch Unknowns. You have time to go and watch someone else, maybe who speaks about your spiritual side, your emotional side. So you've got a liberty of time, and you can still make sure your kids are fine, but make sure wealth building, wealth management, legacy building, tick. You've done it for a day. It's something you ought to do daily. Career, you've been to work. If you've got businesses, tick. You did open your business, you did sell, you did speak to your customers, you did check your emails. These are the daily to-do list. So health-wise, did you eat right? Tick. Did you exercise? Tick. Did you meditate? Tick. Hence I say, if you wake up early, you are able to make sure you took care of all aspects of your life. Financially, are you sorted? That will be part your career and all that. Tick, your business. Tick, then I've taken care of my financial side. But if you haven't looked at any of those pockets that complete you as a person, but you are sitting and you're just busy with something that doesn't touch on any of these. And guys, if you are sitting and you're watching comedy, remember that is great for your emotional side of being, your emotional being. There's nothing wrong. But if it's comedy from 8 to 8 at night, 8 in the morning, 8 at night, then you've got a problem because you're not balancing your life up. Spiritually, if you believe that your spiritual side of life is important, you have to wake up, work on it, read your Bible, listen to a podcast that serve you, read your Quran if you are a Muslim, look into what Buddhism people reads and get spiritually revived. But if you only focus on that, hallelujah, heavens will open up for you. But what are you going to eat while you are on earth? Your emotional side, have you fed it? So it's important to see what is important at this point in time. What do I start with every single day? So if you're up in the morning, you are able to make sure you fulfill all these aspects the life yakho. So thank you so much, Raj. Hi, Raj. And Tando, I see you saying hi. Hi, Tando. So guys, I think I've laid the foundation. I don't see any questions, so I take it that we are on the same page. You guys are comfortable. You're looking forward. Yay! With the zeal and the vuma and the excitement. Oh, financial bootcamp. I'm so excited. Or you say financial bootcamp, I'm so excited. But the face says the opposite for the next 6 weeks. But guys, I just hope you just stay put, give it a chance, and see, you might learn something. So let me love and leave you, because like I said, I'm pushing, and guys, I pushed myself too hard today when I went for my hike. I think I was a bit late, so it was really blazing hot, and I did a longer distance, so I'm so exhausted. I want to just go and sort out supper, and then focus on other things. It's Lent, so the spiritual side of my life takes most of my time, so that I have to concentrate on as well. There's always so much to deal with. That's why I say if you wake up early, you get so much done even before lunchtime. If you speak to successful people and you ask for the tips, I don't know if you guys, when you meet successful people, you take the time to ask them. You know, when I meet a successful person, a wealthy person, a rich bagger, I take time, sorry to say rich bagger, but they are rich baggers. I take time to ask them, you know, three what they can arm me with, just 3 pointers on what made them successful. And I recall one person said waking up very early and getting so much done as early as possible, you know, obviously while building the legacy for their children. This person said by lunchtime you've done so much that you are 10 steps, 20 steps, excuse me, ahead of everyone else, because while people are sleeping, you've already made money, you know. So hence I urge you to try. Forget we've been sleeping, guys. We slept non-stop when we were in our mother's tummies. Okay, not non-stop. We would kick a bit, but we've been sleeping. We came out, we would be sleeping babies unless you were a cry baby, and we still sleep. We're still gonna sleep where we will not be waking up. So just treat sleep as a time of rejuvenating and recharging and making sure you're resetting your body, not where you should be living, like you living sleeping 24/7. Then when we look at to make sure that the other parts of life are sorted. Guys, you know I can go on and on because I love you so much and I just have so much to share, so much to give, but let's not deviate from what we came here for. So I've laid the foundation, we've prepared the soil, so we're ready now to start planting our seeds or eat hombo and watch, you know, or plant trees and watch the fruits sprouts. So I hope you are ready with me as we start deep diving into the topics that I've already shared. And come, guys, come prepared. Come knowing where you stand currently, financially, and do include it on your list, on your vision board. Tell yourself at the end of the boot camp, this is what I want to take with me, take home. I would love to at least have learned, even if it's this little bit regarding the financial side of life. Thank you, guys. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting, for being here. It means a lot to me. And if you come in late, don't forget to like before you just leave. And if you come in late, stay until this part. You don't want to miss anything. And come back next week Saturday. I don't want to say same time, same place, maybe same time. Let's take it further when we talk what this financial world is all about. And we'll be talking, okay, we'll talk about that next week. Let me not start afresh. I forgot something and I'm reminded as I'm looking at it here. It doesn't matter. We'll include it session 2 next week, and that's where it will fit in nicely. Mwah, guys. God bless. See you in the next video. How, guys? Saying it again, I live.